Alright, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for joining my stream. Let's get started. Yeah, so last time I was debugging this pretty hard, so I didn't really figure out what was the reason why. But yeah, today we're gonna continue. We're gonna get back onto the same problem. So what we're doing here essentially is that we are deserializing, and it is throwing an exception on us. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what was wrong with it. So basically, my theory was that the JSON was not valid, but that was not it. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. Yeah, I think what's happening is that they're trying to get like part of the JSON, and we're just running out of I don't know what's happening here. Maybe only need part of the reader, like that's why. Right, like if we can actually get all of the tokens for just this object, maybe that'll be fine, right? So let's see if we have system.text.json custom convert nested object. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. And to be honest, this is more like yeah, this is more like a converter to handle just the type itself. Yeah, let's see. Wow, this is really bad if I have to use this workaround. What is this? This is for write. And I am doing read, basically. Okay, you know what? We're probably gonna need, why do I have one over here? Okay. The thing is, we are doing a switch, right? And the best option is not to use the reader, I feel like. So we're converting the value based on the reader. And that's actually, no, that's actually, yeah, that is so weird, because the reader itself is like, if I can convert it to value, right? Like this one right here. The following statement shouldn't really matter, because for the value itself, I am already taking whatever needs to be taken, right? So the reader goes from the first token to wherever you're reading it. And if we can read a value of type nameable, basically means an object with the type name, that means we are in that object. And if that's the case, I probably kind of know what's going on here. So I have already read it, so that's not really good. Readers can't really go back on things. So what I'm gonna do here is that I should probably try to not read it, like not consume it, which is really hard. Okay. So basically, here's what's going on, right? If we can pull up this one, and right here we have like a bunch of timeline items. Like all of these are timeline items, and what's happening is this. So this method of deserializing, it gets a reference of the reader. So when it does, the reader only goes forward, right? So the reader reads from here, it goes to, oh, I'm reading everything here, and they're reading everything like up to probably this point or here. It doesn't really matter, right? And then they return whatever they can deserialize into the type that I give them, and they only read this, right? They only read this. And the reason why that they only read that is because I'm not giving them a type that has anything for the rest of the properties. So they only read type nameable, but at this point the reader is already like somewhere here, right? It's already like somewhere here, and that's okay. That's okay. What happens is that, and then I decided, oh, okay, so that's the type, and then I'm gonna switch on it, and I'm gonna try to deserialize it again. But what I was hoping for is that I can still deserialize this part, but that's not what's happening here. That's basically what's happening here is that the reader is already gone past this object, and when I try to deserialize it, it's like, oh, I'm reading this character, what the hell is that? It's not a thing, right? So we need to find a way to not to make the reader to not go forward, either by duplicating a reader, which I don't think is probable, but it might still be doable. Duplicate a ref. Closed 10 years ago. All right, yeah. Or I can do system.text.json reader not reader clone. Oh, dynamically parsing. Why is this so okay, anyways. My custom class for parsing the data. Okay, so this is pretty good. I think we can get on board with this. So basically, they're using the try parse value, and try parse value, as far as I can tell, doesn't really progress reader. That's why they can use. Oh, they actually no. They actually do this. Which is also fine, I guess. So yeah, let's see if we can do the same thing here. So over here, basically what we're gonna try to do is that, okay, so over here we just it's a big switch statement, and then we throw the error, which is fine. So over here we do var the hell doc is JSON document dot try parse value, and we're gonna use the ref of the reader, and we're gonna use, oh, that's what it takes. Wait, what? All right, okay, yeah, I got you. So JSON document doc, and I'll do alt doc. Okay, and right here is var type is doc dot root element dot try get property, and we're gonna try to get we're gonna try to get type name. Okay, I don't know if that's necessary. And we're basically trying to okay, let's just call it type name here, and we're just trying to switch on this type name basically. So naturally we can just delete this one right here. We're gonna try to switch on the type name, and we're gonna run into the same thing, right? But instead of deserialize from the reader, now what we want is to deserialize from the doc root element dot to string basically. So right here, let's see if we can do that, right? Doc dot root element dot to string. This is the accepted answer, so I'm really expecting it to work. All right, so let's try that. We're gonna copy this, and we're gonna replace all of this. All right, so that's what we're gonna do, and in the end I think we're fine. I don't think okay, let's just try it. I mean, we're only catching things, right? So wait a minute. What's going on here? Type name is Boolean. What? So try get property returns a Boolean, but the element is okay. I got you. So bool. No, sorry, no. String, type name. All right, and that's how we're gonna do it. And right here, we don't care. Happy now? It should be fine now, right? So yeah. Okay, let's actually go delete the things that we had for experimentation before. So all of this needs to be gone. Well, not all of it. Wait, is that still here? That shouldn't it shouldn't be, right? Still says the same thing, but my type name is a string, so you should be fine. You know what? Let's just run it. I don't think it'll cause any issues. Failed. Why? I shouldn't have any errors here. Right, we no longer have any red squiggly lines. So no errors. Let's try compiling it again. Like I am one of those people who just think, you know, like by running it again, it'll just automatically work. Oh, it did not work. Okay, cannot convert out string to a JSON element. Oh, that's where I was. Okay, yeah, no problem. All right, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna use a JSON document for this, but what we're also gonna do is to do toString so we can switch. All right, hopefully that just, yeah, initially I didn't see the error message, so that's why I was like, maybe we would just run it again, but apparently that didn't work, right? So Still no. Why? Cannot convert from JSON document to JSON element. JSON element. All right. So wait, does it have like maybe toString is? Do we have any method that we can use? Or yeah, maybe string is the best. Okay, yeah, let's run it. It's a JSON element. Finger crossed. Hope it works. What is over here? It's kind of messy here. We want one over here. It is kind of messy. Oh, that's for the search results. So if we close it, it's gone. Okay. All good. All is good. So let's go into my Vader project. Do we get anything? Still not working, which is terrible. But we get a different error message right now, so that's good. It's at least from the look of it, it's an action item, right? So at least there's something we can do about it. So basically, it is telling us, let's read this: deserialization of a type without a parameterless constructor, a single parameterized constructor, or a parameterized constructor annotated with JSON constructor attribute is not supported. It is get actor DTO. All right. We can't actually fix this one. It doesn't sound like anything that's so hard, right? So basically, it is complaining that we can stop the debugger right now. Basically, it is complaining that for this get actor DTO, we don't have a constructor, which is weird. Oh, wait a minute. It's because it's abstract. That is why. So we're using it in some places, right? So basically, we're using it in 2 places at least. So that's one. And that's another one. Actually, why are we referencing it in 2 places? Both places are using it as an instance of object, and we're marking it abstract. That's not supposed to happen, right? So yeah, I don't think we need it to be abstract, to be honest. So that's yeah. That was so weird. I don't know why it's abstract. Maybe when I typed it, I was like, everything should be abstract. Yeah, like I probably, there's probably a bunch of mistakes like this, like where I just mistyped something. Like in this case, it's like something that's really, really important, and it can cause like serious bugs. But you know, we'll see. We'll do some extensive testing on this, and until okay, there we go, another bug. But we are progressing. This is another type right here, right? So we are definitely progressing. Let's see, what is the bug here? JSON value cannot be converted to system boolean. Cannot update reasons. So cannot update reasons. Cannot update reasons. From the sound of it, hear me out. From the sound of it, it's a string, right? So I bet it is a string. I'm probably just being stupid and put down boolean for it, but you know, let's take a look. So cannot update reasons is it's enum if you believe that. Oh my god. Okay, we got work to do. All right, so first of all, let's copy this. Okay, we have the message here. Copy the value. We're gonna paste it right here so we remember it, and we're gonna stop the debugger. And what we're gonna do is basically we have to copy this, right? We have to find all of the places that is defined, and that didn't work. Sorry. So capitalize the V. Still no. Oh, we're looking in the wrong. Okay, let's just do entire solution here. So I don't need that, but basically here, like this is boolean, which is super weird, right? But what we can do is that we can construct it basically. So its type is enum, and it's got comment cannot update reason. All right. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go in to our models, and we're gonna add a class. Sure. Comment cannot update reason. Is that what it's called? Comment cannot update reason. Yeah, exactly. Do I have a enum here or nope? That's fine. We'll just change it ourselves. So let's see here. Yep. So this is what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna change it from a class to an enum. All right, and we're gonna copy, paste these things over here. All right. And we're gonna get all of these to be copied as well. And I remember doing this like this, right? So helpers, JSON converters, add a class. What should we call this? We call it PR conv comment cannot update reason converter. All right, and what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make it public, because I don't know how to do non-public classes at this point anymore. We're gonna expand we're gonna extend from JSON converter, no, not you, of comment cannot update reason. And we're gonna need a bunch of these. All right, and we're gonna wait some time for it to populate. This is good. We're going somewhere, you know, like we are totally going somewhere. And it finally worked. Imagine it actually being fast in one day, right? So, all right, let's do this. What is it again? Switch on values, right? Yeah. So let's switch value, and here's all the cases we could have. And we're gonna do this as case. We're gonna return comment cannot update reason dot whatever this is, right? And we'll just see default to be the same thing. And over here, if you really fall through, we'll just return no, not return. Throw new exception. What do I say again? Cannot convert, right? Cannot convert, basically. Cannot convert this. And for it to work, we need to have this over here and this to be over here, and we need to copy this converter's name and replace over that. And the rest squiggly line here is not supposed to happen. Yeah, I think we have everything now. All that we have to do, sorry. So change this from this type to that. And I hope it works. Yep. Doesn't seem to have a problem. Okay. All right. Once again, let's try it. Hope that works. So let's see if we have a breakpoint. Yeah, we have one. So if we can hit this breakpoint, that means we are successful. All right. So let's see. We could still have like a bunch of bugs, but I think we're really heading towards a good direction. We're on the right track. We're getting a different error message every single time. That's a good thing. Okay, that's a good thing. I don't know if everyone likes my programming style. If you noticed, I'm not really agile. The way I do. Oh, okay. Still. Wait, what? Start string as start array as a string, basically. So I'm trying to read array as a string. Byte position inline is 1, which is, okay. It didn't really tell me the path. which kind of annoys me. But what we can do here is maybe we can peek inside of the data. Doesn't seem like it. All right, doc, root element. You know what? Can we copy whatever is here? And you just go. Okay. All right, there we go. So nodes, right? Not a string. All right, so let's see where we have viewer cannot update what? So viewer cannot update reasons sometimes as viewer cannot update reasons. It's an array of. Okay, got it. All right. My bad. So let's do the search again. I feel like I'm going in circles, but no. Okay, sure. So let's close this one. Also close this one. So for all of y'all three, it's very simple. It's easier than what we tried before. So just enumerable of this whole thing. That should work. All right, so let's just try this, and at the same time let's do the indentation correctly and go here and fix this indentation and this indentation and modify that to enumerable. Yeah, I always wonder why they have the plural at the end. I was like, okay, it's not really a plural if it's just an enum because you're switching on values, right? Like, that's super weird. But anyways, hope this works, right? Can I use enumerable without any usings? I don't know, because right here it's not really complaining that I use system, right? It's not like, oh, it's useless. But at the same time, so I do need to have I hate this. I think I need system collection generic, if I'm not mistaken. I'm super bad with usings, so I always just rely on the IntelliSense, like the code auto completion thing, right? But yeah, it's absurd that it takes this long to figure out enumerable belongs to system collection generic. It's such a simple thing. People use it every day. It's not like I mean, normally you would think they cache this kind of things, right? It seems like they're running everything from scratch and not caching anything. And there you go. There's not even a suggestion for this page. Wait. Enumerable. Spelling mistake. Enumerable. Alright, system collections. I don't think I have a spelling mistake. Did I? Okay, so apparently I had a spelling mistake, which is fine. Oh no, we're gonna replace the whole thing, it seems like. Alright. I really don't know where my spelling mistake is. I couldn't spot it, which is fine. Which is completely okay. All right, delete this. I'm really specific on the indentation that I do. All right, so it's not like specific per se. It's just I don't like empty lines that are meaningless. If you use empty lines to separate logic, I'm totally on board with it, but if you use something like just sporadically, I'm gonna have a problem with you. All right, hopefully this time it does the trick. So yeah, it was a stupid mistake. If I just had noticed the type is an array, or if I noticed the property name being plural, probably would have figured it out, right? So let's try that again. Hopefully this time it works. Please work. And we're here again. Hopefully it's a different kind of error here. Cannot be converted. Well, let's see. This time it's a different error. So progress, I guess. So last edited at, right? It is saying cannot be converted to date time offset, which is absurd because I don't know. I tried it. It seems to work for me, and at least in the prototype that I have. So let's see what's in the document right now. And you know what? I already have it right here. So they last edited at, right? So let's see. Where's my oh, it's null. Okay. So what do we do now? Oh, I know. Sorry. No. Cancel. We're gonna stop the debugger, and we're gonna go in to the. We can close this one and close this one. Close that. Go into here. Ignore. Basically, I think they have not, right? So I think we should search for system.text.json. Ignore null case. Basically, how do we do it? Okay, yeah, I think we can use this one. So basically, we just don't want you to parse it if it's null, because that just makes common sense, right? How are you gonna process that? All right, okay. All right. It's good that we're hitting all of the bugs at this stage, right? Imagine if nothing goes wrong and we don't understand anything about the caveats of using a JSON from a GraphQL query, and we're just pushing this code to production and start seeing failures everywhere, and worst come to worst, I don't track my users, so I wouldn't even know what's going on, right? So that's gonna be bad. But you know, good thing we're finding all of the bugs right here, right now, so we can fix it for our users. So I think we're still at this stage, and it's still saying I couldn't be converted. It's weird. It's weird. I specifically told it to ignore it, but it still says I couldn't be converted. Let's see what here says. So this one says JSON ignore condition write when writing null, when writing default. Oh wait, is this for writing, not for reading? Let's see. Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. So when What about for deserialization? I don't think I did it wrong here, did I? So weird. When writing out, this indicates if the property of the type reference will be not during serialization. What about deserialization? It is weird, but I think it should work. I'm just not sure why it's not working. Because it is exactly what I need, right? So right here, he's still saying that. And last edited at, and it's very obvious because we know the value last edited at is null right here, okay? So yeah, basically, I'm not too sure what's going on. I mean, we kind of have to do it at a global setting, because if we just going around and attaching decorators to our models, it'll never end, right? So I'm thinking like This is annoying because okay, so probably I should use this. Will only be ignored if it's null, right? Okay, let's try it. We probably had it before, to be honest, but yeah, I'm not hoping that it works, but I I hope that it works. I'm not expecting it to work. Yeah, I don't think it's working. What are we gonna do here? Okay, so let's actually do this. All right, so let's go in to our DTOs and we're gonna do a search, and we're only gonna search in a specific folder. All right, so we're gonna go back into models and DTOs. We're gonna select this folder. All right, and we're gonna search for date, time, offset, and we're gonna find all of them. All right, and we're gonna do this. Don't know if it'll help. So what's gonna happen is that for review, at least, where is it? Request we don't have a review here. We should, right? Wait, what? So review DTO. Yeah, where are you? Review DTO. It should be in DTO. So review DTO, right? I'm not seeing you. Review DTO. Oh, it implements comment DTO. That's why. So comment DTO has this last edited at thing, right? So that's the thing that was null. Let's see if we can. Oh no. Let's see if we can do this. All right. You know what? Do the same thing over here. Or like here as well. And let's just run with it for one moment and see if that works. It's probably one of those values that cannot be null, right? It's like, or probably we do a custom converter. I'm not too sure on this part. Oh wait, what? That actually worked? No way. Yes. All right, so we have the PR conversation DTO, and we have the data repository, and we have the owner, which is, yep, has a login, which is cool. And we have a pull request, and for the pull request we have the ID, we have the number of the title. We also have timeline items, and we have 50 of them. And all of them are commits, and some of them are review, labeled event, issue comment DTO, and commit comment thread DTO. And if we go into that one, you're gonna see one comment, and you're gonna have a body of good code. Yes, this is, oh my god, I'm so happy about this. So essentially what's happening right here is that we are finally getting the data that we want, and it just makes me so happy. And we're getting the data. We have been getting the data for a long time, just to be honest. But what's also happening is that we are able to deserialize it into C#, and now we can read it in our project, and we can massage the data into any shape we want and put it in our view model, and let's just start working. And this API right here, get PR conversation note async, it's gonna be so powerful. I don't need to do any of these anymore. Probably a little, but not, at least not these ones, right? All I have to do is send one query. Granted, a really long query. Better than 5, right? Better than 5. And we weren't gonna do 5 of them. We're gonna do way more than 5, because commit comments it's not gonna work for this one. So it's like, oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, and before we didn't even have a way to get the thing to paginate, because by calling 5 APIs, how are you gonna paginate one page over 5 or more APIs, right? Now we can paginate because all of the items come in an order. We don't have to paginate. I mean, we don't have to order them ourselves. This is a huge time saver, and it's such long time coming, and we finally have it. I am so happy about this. All right, next thing, we need to figure out how to use the data, but this is a huge milestone for us. Wow, what a day, what a day. So let's stop this. I finally don't have to put breakpoints everywhere, so I can delete these two. And I think another thing that I have to do is I'll go into every one of these datetime offset, and I'll put question mark on it. All right, so when I actually parse it, it works for null value. Okay, so same thing over here. They're already converted. So I'm gonna come in here, and I'm just start putting question marks everywhere I go. Okay. I mean, granted, there are a lot of them, but I think we can really benefit ourselves by just going through them and just fix what could potentially be broken. So going to the next one, this is a label event. All right, I'm gonna fix this one as well. We have commit comments, publish, add. So all of these are not supposed to be null, right? Like if it's like created add, publish add, I know they're like, we know they're published, we know they're created, so they have value, but you never know what the API is going to return. So that's where we are guarding against over here. We're not really guarding against the logic, we're guarding against just like broken APIs that send us data that are inconsistent, right? So now that we have everything, I think it's very important for us to zoom out a little bit to see the big picture. The whole reason why we needed this is that we needed it to save basically save time on the API, and it's also a scalable thing, right? Back then it wasn't really scalable because the whole thing is like you have to make several API calls, so we have no choice but to fetch everything related to the PR because we can't do pagination. Now that we can do pagination, the page is going to be more scalable, and with that comes a lot of benefits. For one, the page can be faster if we're only fetching 50 items at a time, right? So 50 items is not a lot of items. That's one thing. Second thing is that this can be reused, partially reused in the issue page, right? So the issue page, I believe it is paginated. I'm not too sure about that at this point. But yeah, so this can be reused in the issue page because the issue page also needs something like this, right? The issue page currently doesn't have events as far as I'm concerned. So this is going to be good. So yeah, let's zoom out a little bit. Right now, what we need, well, first thing is actually not to work on the UI. Let's close all of these for now. Let's close all of the models that we have opened and the converters. I know we worked on a lot of them, but in order to make a commit, we'll have to clean up our code a little bit. So yeah, all of these are good. All of these are part of our milestone over here. And yeah, like whatever is here is experimental, so we'll just keep it in it. And here, we'll keep everything here. But this is what we have to fix, right? So currently we don't need all of these try-catch statements, and there are a lot of them. So what we're gonna do here is that we are going to, should we just wrap it? Yeah, so this is for pinpoint where the issue is, right? So right now we don't need to pinpoint that. We can just delete all of them, basically. It's gonna be such a long day. I wonder if there's a faster way to do this. I hope I don't have to. Man. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go up here and I'm just gonna target all of the JSON serializers, all right? Maybe not the last one. Oh man, I don't know how to deselect the last one. All right, let's reselect all of them. All right, so that's all we need. All right, isn't that something? Okay, what is wrong over here? Nothing, right? It should be good. Yep. Okay, so that's a huge undertaking. We have all of the keys over here. So what we need is to indent a little bit. So all right, indentation is done. So since we're doing this, okay, we're not really we don't really need the type nameable anymore, so we can go ahead and delete that because it's not really used. Having it in the code is just gonna confuse ourselves when we read the code in the future, right? So type nameable, you can go away now. Okay, clean up the file a little bit. I hope everything is okay. Close up, close down the files we had open before. Diff side, deployment state, author association. Oh, type nameable. Actually, we're using it right here. No. We don't have a type nameable. Let's just discard this change. Do I have it back now? No, we have to include the files. All right. So type nameable, welcome back. Sorry I did that to you. Didn't realize you were used in other places. Okay. All good. All good. Okay. That was embarrassing. Yep, user DTO. This is a user blocked event. All right. Do the correct indentation. Subscribe event. Fix the indentation. Pinned event. Same thing here. Fix the indentation. I'm marked as duplicate. Fix the indentation. Unlocked. Unlabeled. Unassigned. Alloginable. Transferred. Timeline item team DTO. Subscribe event. Alright, simple pull request. Simple issue DTO. Is the review request removed? My god, how many events do we have? This is... Okay, I know it is tedious, but I really want the code to be clean because I don't want to commit something that's like messy, you know. So when I have to commit code, I try to commit good code. And yeah, so unless we have some kind of automation scripts to do this for me, unfortunately for right now I have to do it myself, which is okay, you know. Just deleting a couple lines per file is not extremely boring. Consider the progress we have made for today. It is nothing, right? Like, I think sometimes you just need a clear head for you to see the problem. So last time we were like at the end of the stream running into this bug, and we didn't know how to solve it, and I was like panicking, and I was like, oh, we're running out of time, so we couldn't fix it. And to be honest, at the start of today's stream, I wasn't even sure if I could, because it didn't seem like anything I understood. But you know, like it's been probably two days now since I encountered the bug. My head is more clear. I had a good sleep last night, and you know, it just helps you to see the problem clearly. So sometimes if you really like run into like issues that you're dealing with, probably go for a walk, right? And see if when you come back you can really like start understanding the problem more clearly. And this is definitely the case for me this time. So yeah, I'm really happy about this end result. So let's commit our code right here. Basically we fixed a bunch of things, right? So let's see, prconv GraphQL deserialization finally works. Fixed JSON converters, added to enum types, fixed model definition. What else did we do? Clean up. All right. Hooray. Okay, so that was really something, right? That was really something. I thought oh my god, I thought I couldn't do that one, but you know, in the end it was still doable. But now that we have everything committed, we are actually still good on time. So I think we can start the next thing, just, you know, to give us a little head start for the next stream. So let's start thinking about how we're going to use this value. All right. So this service is more or less done. The variable here is good. We can use it. We're returning conversation node, but one thing that API is not telling you is that how are the nodes being used, because I believe for most of the our views, we're using view models. So we're rarely using like the actual conversation node. So we already have DTO. It'll cost us extra if we convert it to the conversation node and then convert it to view model another time. So I understand, you know, it's easier to create conversation nodes, but at the same time, it's not. So we're gonna think about it. I might still convert it to conversation node if it's helpful for us, to be honest, because DTO is not supposed to go into the view, right? DTO by nature, by name, is for data transferring. And as soon as you're done data transferring, you should massage it into something else. So if conversation node is the thing we need, well, I'm not against that, yeah. Okay, yeah, you know what? Probably still conversation node for now. We'll see if we hit any speed penalties, basically. But yeah, let's see what we're gonna need. Well, first of all, let's make sure the shape of the data is what we actually want. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna have a bunch of ProQuest commits. All right, so up until this point, everything is still ProQuest commit, and right here we'll finally have a review. So that's good. So for the review, let's see what we have. It's okay. So, yeah, so basically we have 2 reviews, okay, and that's it, which makes sense, and we have an ID. Basically we're gonna have some comments, right? So issue comment, I think we'll have a bunch of those, but what we need to know is that which review it belongs to. Alright, so basically what this is that I'm not seeing author. No. Issue comment. So issue comment is just the individual comment. That's fine. It's commit comment thread. And this is for good code. Okay, so we are missing something here. So let's see if we have the yep, so this one right here. What is our definition? So we're getting not the event. We're getting the review, right? And we also want the review thread. Do we have the review thread? We don't have the review thread, but we want it, don't we? So that's something. The review thread. We don't have review thread. How can you not have review thread? We only have 2 reviews. All right. And this is for reactions. We don't have reactions. Of course, we don't have reactions. What we do have, so it's progress review, is commented, right? Yeah, that's okay, I guess. So what we need in this case is to put, comment, to put comments inside of pull request review. So I think that's what we need. Let's see if we can do that. So yeah, we always knew that we were gonna do this, right? So we always knew that the shape of the data is not final. And the reason why it is not final is because we're only starting to work with the API right now, and there's no telling of how we use this. So yeah, right now the best thing we can do is to anticipate things like this and then just do modifications in line. And it's going to be much easier to modify it at this point, right? So the only thing we need to modify is the query itself, and then we need to modify the object that the DTO object that we're deserializing into. And it's not going to be super hard because the process is already established, so we don't actually need to change a whole lot, just to change the API interface a little bit. So with that said, we are going to do this comments. Okay, so that's good. And comments, I think what it is, it's yeah, it's one of those node things. So we have to do first, let's do 50, right? Let's do 50 right here, and we're gonna have total count, and we're gonna have page info, and we're gonna do it with this. So page info fields, and for the nodes, we're gonna do a whole bunch of things. So the node is progress review comment, and this is also progress review comment. So basically we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna copy everything here, and yeah, so the thread is actually something that we do need. Diff side as collapse as outdated is yeah, and who resolved it. But you know what? Well, we can still abstract this, right? So basically, we can go into here, be like, progress review comment. All right. So let's go down. Like, yeah, we want. Oh, sorry. So we're gonna paste all the things right here. All right, and we're gonna use it over here. So we have, no, not you guys. Go up and down a little bit right here. So we're gonna do ... I'm gonna paste in the name. So we took you from basically here. So we're gonna do the same for you as well. All right, so that's good. We can save this. But we need to modify the interface a little bit. Let's go over here and see what we can do in this case. Need to go into the details. We need to find reviews, right? Where's reviews? We have a review DTO. That's pretty good. All right. We're gonna do this, and we are going to do public nodes DTO of. So we have it defined somewhere, I believe. So we have review request review thread. There we go. So it's pretty much the same as this one. So I can just do like copy and paste basically. All right, and let's see what's different about it. Actually, nothing's too different about it, right? So over here, we just have a bunch of review comments, and we can just display it. And I don't think we need to change anything else, right? Yeah, we don't need to change anything else. That's the beauty of having all of the objects defined, is, you know, subsequent work is much easier. Yeah, so what are we waiting for? So one thing that I'm going to do here is that I'm still going to put where is it? All right, let's see. We're still going to put our where's this GraphQL service? All right, over here. I'm still going to put a breakpoint over here just to get the response, okay? So I can really see what the object looks like. Other than that, I'm not too worried at this point. Yeah, so we're gonna get the object, and we're gonna get the JSON to be displayed properly in VS Code. And when that happens, we're gonna inspect the object to see if it's in the shape that we want it to be, and if it is, great, right? That's exactly what we wanted. So over here, yeah, we just want to like copy a value. So go into VS Code and let's just replace everything here. We can close this one, do this, and be like, let's search for all of this and replace it with nothing. And yeah, and we delete this. And let's jump to the end. We delete. All right. Okay. Okay. Happy now. So we delete this. We delete this. And we're gonna replace all of that with nothing. Okay. All right, then copy everything here and be like format. No. it is not formatting it. That's fine. We'll use a JSON formatter then. Why do I have all caps? All right, okay. Is it valid? All right, seems like it's valid. Something wrong here. Colon expected. Oh, okay, yeah. So like this. Right? We're not supposed to cancel all of these. And this way it should be fine, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is the data we ended up with. So let's just take a look. We can stop debugging over here, and we can cancel the breakpoint. Let's go back to the data. Now, we finally have it. So this is our review. And that should be, yeah, there should be another one. So right here, that's a review and that's everything. And down here, we finally have some comments, right? So for the comments, we have a few, and that's one. All right, it's one of them, and we have reactions. Yay! It's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right here we have state diff hunk. It's pretty good, right? We have diff hunk. We have the author. We have author association, so I'm an owner. It's pretty good. We have a body. Yeah, of the whole thing. So that's the hello world, and that's so far the only comment on this review. So let's see if that's true. I kind of forgot, but you know, couldn't hurt to check. Okay, that's just not true, right? So for this one, we actually have hello world, and we have one reaction, but what's missing is that we are missing basically all of the replies to this comment, and that's what's missing, right? And this review is the same. We're going in here, we're looking at comments, and this comment has a body of that, and somehow hi is part of it. What's that? That's this part. This is so weird. So hi is part of this. What is this? Body, that's this one. The body, and that's this one, right? Oh, no. That was this one. So this was also not part of it. But why was hi a part of this? That was so weird. So let's find out. Let's go to a hi. It has reply to, right? And if we come down to here, it doesn't have reply to. And this one also has reply to. And that's this one. And this one that's down here, it doesn't have reply to. So that's that. And that's, I'm fine with it because we have one here that's not a reply to, and this one here is a reply to. But I'm not sure in what case do you get the reply to, right? Because in many cases we're missing data here. We have this one, that one, that one, this one, and that one. But over here we have hello world and nothing else, right? We don't have anything else for this one. Yeah, that's a review as well. And over here, in the comments, we'll only have one. What's up with that? And if we come down here, we're not gonna see any yeah, like, where are these? Oh my god. We are missing serious data. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is not good. Okay, so this is something. Gonna try to get this to be fixed, but I'm not too sure how. So right here we're fetching 50. I don't think it's really throwing it off, but let's try to do 20. And here as well. And let's actually search for 50 in here. Let's not put such string on our API. All right. So that's everything. And yeah, you know what? Let's try it. We're gonna come in here and steal the response again. We're gonna copy the value and we're gonna paste it here, basically, and we're gonna fix the formatting a little bit. All right, and we're gonna edit, replace all of them. And yeah, I understand why it didn't do the formatting before in VS Code. It's just because the JSON is a little broken, so you know. And we're gonna fix the same thing over here. All right. Yeah, basically here it's just a bunch of colons. Sorry, not colons, quotation marks that I have to fix, and that should be it. But let's see what we have here. So this is, what is this? Review, right? Yeah, the first comment is this one. So this is not the review we're looking for. So not this one, not this one, not this one, not the comment. So this is a review, and still we have only one comment. This is kind of a nightmare because we can't really go back on not using these APIs anymore, but we are not able to get all the data we want, which is weird. What is happening? What is happening? So what are these essentially? Can we copy link? Discussion. All right, they call it discussion. And what is this? Still discussion. You know what? Let's do this. So basically, let's do this again, actually. Test. Comment. All right, and oh, why we're throwing? ID. What? Where? Pull request review. What are we doing? Okay, so right here we must have ID as one of the types. So let's go into comment detail. Wait, what? Reactables? Reaction? No. Wait, it's saying that in pull request review. All right, you know what? Let's do this. ID DTO. Oh, we do, don't we? Yeah, we can't stop this right now. We do have exceptions, which is fine. Okay. This needs to be fixed. So a good thing to do is to not make it abstract, I think. Or use something else here, right? Basically. What we can do is I can do it here, right? Public class reply to is IDDTO, and that's it. And we'll just replace it with that. And we're gonna have exactly the same thing over here for request review. ID maybe, right? Yeah, this is not going to change much because we already got the data. It's only deserialization that's throwing an error. So we are not really, we still don't have the data basically, okay? Okay, so here we're gonna copy the value. We're gonna see if the thing we just did show up. So delete this, go up and delete this and find and replace everything and replace all of them. Copy the whole thing, go into the formatter. All right, process. We're gonna have the third one and we're gonna go here and replace the whole thing with this, and hopefully we're able to fix whatever is here. There we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. All good. All good. All right, so this is that one. So we're gonna do this. Still one comment. Surprise. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, so this is really horrible, I think. And let's see, I guess we still don't have the preview thread. Or any thread for that matter. Comment thread, and that's the only one, so nope. Weird, eh? Continue works, meaning we're not throwing any errors. I mean, this page is cool, right? And whatever we have here means it's working, at least for our purposes. But if we switch to this, I mean, this is not gonna work anymore. We don't want that to happen. Wait a minute. We should have an issue comment, right? No, we don't have an issue. We have an issue comment. Right here. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And the review itself, I presume, has a body. You don't have a body? You should have a body. Because if you don't have a body, then I'm not getting this, which is horrible. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna try to search it. Okay, so basically we're missing data, and that's never good when it happens, right? Especially when you're missing a big chunk of data. So yeah, let's just quickly do a search, see if anyone else has run into the issue. So what we want to look at is GitHub, GraphQL API missing review comment data. Okay, we may have to look into what are the edges, because for now we're not using them, right? I'm not even sure what are the edges. So I think this is what they're talking about. So review thread, basically. But we're not getting any of these, which is weird, right? So a thread list of comments for a given pull request. Threaded list of common. Yeah, so basically this is what we have. We should have this, but for some reason we do not. And we don't know why. Okay? That's the first thing. Second is that we're only doing those, right, at this point. So let's see if we do edges. What can we get from edges? Actually, let's not do the edges here. Let's go into the Explorer so we can see what are the types of the edges. So progress review, we're gonna have comment. All right, we're gonna get the first 20. All right, and yeah, screw that. So total count, page info fields, and whatever, right? So here we can get edges. Nope. So edges are these cursor of the for using pagination. Okay, so it's not really helpful, right? Yeah, it's not really helpful. The connections, and we can go into the comment. The review comment associated with the given yeah, for sure. So this might be one of those issues that we solve next time from the look of it. Just because, well, for one thing, right, we are, we're running out of time for today, unfortunately. And second thing is that I have no idea how to solve this issue as of right now. And I don't think we can solve it within probably the next 10 minutes, right? And I think that's a good way to end for today. And we made a lot of good progress. So yeah, let's do like a quick commit. Simple API change for including commenting review. All right, we're gonna do this and we're gonna push for it. And let's do a quick review of what we did today, basically. All right, let's make this large. So this is the biggest one. We added a bunch of converters. So from last time and from this time, basically all of them are for enums, because we found out that enums that we define, right, are actually numbers. We know that, but apparently, we know it's numbers from the beginning, but apparently when the JSON converter does the conversion, it doesn't really look at the name of the enum for converting it from a string, right? It's not that smart. It's not even that smart. So what we have to do is that we have to guide it. We have to create converters and convert the original string of the value to the enum values, which works. It kind of works. So yeah, that's the reason why GitHub use the thing called string enum. Now I get it, right? But as of right now, we are using just normal enum because I don't know how to use string enum. So that's one thing. All right, that's why we have all of these converters for enums. It's very annoying. And this one, this is the converter for the timeline items, which is our most important one. And previously we were hitting a bug where it was parsing the JSON basically wrong, and we found out it's because if we're using the reference of the reader, every time you dereference, the reader goes forward in the value, right? It goes forward and never comes back. So if you already deserialized an object, you cannot deserialize it twice. So what we have to do is that we parse it with the reference of the reader. So without deserializing it, we're still maintaining all of the data within the JSON document. So we're not like completely screwed, being like, okay, so the reader has gone forward and you have the necessary information to convert it from a generic object to the specific object that you want to deserialize to. So now that we have the document, we can try parse the value, right? We can try get the property of type name, and with the type name, we can get what type it is, and with the type, we can further deserialize it, right? And right now, when we deserialize, we don't have to use the reader. We can just use the document, which is much better, right? So yeah, this is a much improved version of the deserialization of timeline item. So that's pretty good. Yeah, these are just like adding things to enum and changing some values and adding more enums. Have to make the datetime offset nullable. Yeah, so basically all of these are just like simple interface changes, not that exciting. Over here we added these two. I'm not too sure if it's gonna help, but so far it's not gonna hurt. So we're gonna keep these two configurations in the JSON serializer options, and that's about it, right? And we added comments in our review, so hoping it'll have some nested comments in the review object, which is pretty cool. Other than that, we don't have too much to go on for this one. I do hope that I'm able to fix the missing data problem next time, so we can finally move forward to doing the UI, right? I mean, that part is the part that we actually want, that we actually need, but we have come so far, so far. Only how many streams? Probably 2 weeks worth of stream. I only stream probably like 1 to 2 hours every time. So with only this little amount of time, we were able to learn how to use GitHub GraphQL API. We were able to call the API raw, right? Basically, we're not doing anything. We're not using any libraries. Granted, we look at how the official library implemented it, but we're not using it. And in the end, we're able to construct a query, and we were able to learn GraphQL, which is pretty cool, I think, right? Which is pretty cool. We're able to learn GraphQL queries. We're able to construct one, a quite long one might add, and the query returns pretty good amount of data that we can use. So the next thing we need to focus on is to fix the data, right? Because we're able to do all the connection things. We get a token, we send a token, and we we get a data, we deserialize it into C# objects. Everything is good, everything is cool. But what is missing is converting it to UI, right? So as soon as we fix this data missing bug next time, we're gonna jump onto the UI. We're gonna see some speed improvements along with more data, right? Along with more data. That's the whole point. We need to get commit comments. We need to get pagination. The thing was not working, but with this, it will. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait to get to that part and see the difference that it makes. And I appreciate you watching my video. So thank you so much for watching, and follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my channels, check out JitHub while you're at it if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.